I want to talk today about a strategy where you can use LDTs and move them on into the development of a regulated test as either an IVD product or a regulated regulated LDT. So I want to talk about in that context about the benefits of long-term relationships between a pharma company and a diagnostics company and how that relates to the timeline of developing a diagnostic product. Talk about registering a lab-developed test, the advantages and disadvantages that might have, and then also talk about and give you some examples how that was used in Quest Diagnostics. So we've heard today that biomarkers are used for many different purposes. The one that I want to focus on in this presentation is biomarkers that predict treatment efficacy or safety. And when you look at existing use of biomarkers in the clinical space, most of the time that will be related to oncology and virology. There are other areas, of course, neurology and cardiovascular disease, where that also takes place. But oncology and virology are currently the leaders in that area. And we've heard partly today, again, also about some of those biomarkers in the oncology space, KRAS, BRAF, etc., that play a role. Then, in addition, in clinical trials, pharma companies are really doing a comprehensive exploration of the pathways that are involved in the tumor of a patient to determine which markers might be informative. And that's usually earlier in the discovery phase, not necessarily in the pivotal trial where you have your predefined design. And then some trials also use really a combination of validated biomarkers and emerging biomarkers. So you can think about a validated biomarker, but then coupling it with an emerging biomarker or technology like circulating tumor cells, circulating DNA, etc., to look at this marker that has been validated in a different context. So when you want to go and develop your biomarker, you have to go through a number of different processes from start to finish. So you start with your preclinical phase where you want to identify a biomarker that is relevant, and then move that on into your clinical phase, phase 2, to confirm that your biomarker is true and could be used in a pivotal pre-specified phase 3 design. And then once you have run your phase 3 trial, you want to market your product that needs a companion test. So the companion test would be marketed at the same time as the drug. So there would be a commercial launch that happens at the same time. So you want to have that test available at the same time in the same place where the drug will be available. Pharma companies who look into this and want to develop a drug that needs a companion test, sometimes it feels like they're caught between a rock and a hard place. So they don't really know.